Hello students, today we will see the next lesson, that is parallel lines and transversal. Before starting the lesson, yesterday I told you that just complete this activity from the lesson number first, that is rational and irrational numbers. Okay, so let's finish this activity and then we will start the next lesson. The point Q, if you see here, you will notice that here it is point Q. And what is its value? Its value is root 2. A line perpendicular to the number line is drawn through the point Q. Yesterday I shown you how to draw this perpendicular, okay, in my video. And because of this, what happens? This triangle, which triangle? ROQ. This triangle is a right angle triangle. This triangle is called as a right angle triangle. Okay, and as you know that when right angle triangle comes, then we are to find the value of our side, we are using the Pythagoras theorem. So here it is written that in right angle triangle, ORQ is obtained by drawing OR. Then length of OQ, this is the length of OQ, is equals to how much we have to take? Root 2. And QR we have to take 1. And using Pythagoras we have to solve this. So if I will put these values here, OQ square is equal to root 2 square QR square. Okay, 1 minute. If we use the Pythagoras theorem in this triangle, what is the Pythagoras theorem? That is hypotenuse square is equal to side square or sum of squares of remaining two sides. So here it is OR square. Okay, OR square is equals to, what we will get it here? OR square is equals to OQ square plus QR square. Okay, so here it is Pythagoras theorem, we use it here. Sum of hypotenuse square is equal to sum of squares of remaining two sides. So what is the value of OQ? Its value is root 2, so root 2 square. QR's value is 1, so 1 square. You know that root 2 square is 2. Okay, how it is? Root 2 square is the 4. Okay, and 4 means what? 2 square, and so we can take it as a means root 4 square root is the 2 and 1 square is 1. So tell me 2 plus 1 is equal to how much? 3. Okay, that is the value of OR square. 3 is the value of OR square, and OR is equals to what we will get it here? Under root 3. Okay, so OR is equal to what we get it here? Under root 3. So what is given here? Draw an arc with center O. Okay, so what they told us here, we have to, 1 minute, I will write here again. So here it root 2 square, 1 square, 2, 1, 3, and here it is root 3. So here what they told us, draw arc with center O, means we have to take the center O and we have to take the radius OR and draw the arc here. Yesterday I shown you how to draw the arc. By using that steps, from this you have to taking OR as a radius in a compass, draw this arc on this, then you will get it here root 3. Okay, and that is the root 3. So here it is given that if we solve this, we are getting root 3, and if I are taking these measures, means one side is how much? Root 2, and another side is 1. Okay, root 2 and another side is 1, and by using that, if we draw the arc, we are getting the root 3, that is the irrational number. Okay, so here it is, we shown that we mark the point, and that point is called as a root 3, and that point C shows the root 3, its value is root 3. So all of you complete this activity, draw this figure also, complete this, all the boxes you have to fill, and after filling the value or inside the inside the boxes. Means some students are there, they're writing only the answers, but when activity we are solving, there we have to draw the boxes also. Okay, now we start the next lesson, that is parallel lines and the transversal. Okay, so tell me, what is the meaning of parallel lines and where do we see these parallel lines? Okay, the example of these parallel lines is, okay, we see the parallel lines. First of all, in your notebook inside that lines are there. Okay, notebook inside that lines are there. These lines are parallel to each other. Okay, then window pane is there, suppose. Otherwise, your mobile phone's margins, opposite sides are parallel to each other. Then again you see the parallel lines towards the door. If you have the scales opposite sides are also parallel to each other. The parallel lines meaning is that the lines which do not intersect each other at any point, these lines are called as a parallel lines. So in this figure inside here, the lines is in the same plane which do not intersect with each other, those are called as a parallel lines. Okay, so here it is given that line L, this is line L and this is line M, are parallel lines, and it is written as, how to write this? If line L and M are parallel to each other, that we have to write line L. This is the sign of parallel. Two parallel lines we have to show. Line L is parallel to which line? That is line M. So here you have to write line M. Okay. So that is the way of writing the lines which are parallel to each other. Now what is the meaning of transversal? The lesson name is that parallel lines and the transversal. Okay. So if two lines are there, suppose these two are the line and suppose these are the parallel lines, and one line which intersect both these lines in two distinct points, suppose AB. So L and M are the lines and P is called as a transversal. So this line is called as a transversal. Okay, so line L is parallel to M and then P is a transversal, we can say. The transversal is not only for the parallel lines, the transversal is for non-parallel lines also. Suppose these two lines are not parallel to each other, okay, then also this is a transversal. It enters the line which intersect the two another lines in two distinct points is called as a transversal. Okay, so here the transversals is given in an adjoining figure. If you see here, the line L, this is line L, it intersect the line M and N. This M and N, it intersect in two distinct points. Okay, and the line L is called as a transversal for this line M and line N. Okay, now if a line intersect given two lines, what is the definition of transversal? If a line intersects given two lines in two distinct points. If you see here, you will notice that here L and M two lines are there, and this another line L which intersect the M and N at two distinct points, and these points are here A and a point B. Then that line is called as a transversal. So in this figure inside, M and N are two lines and L is the transversal. L is the transversal. I will show it with the different color. So L is the transversal. I shown it with the violet color. Okay, that is the transversal. Okay, clear? Parallel lines, the lines which do not intersect each other at any point, and the intersecting, another lines are the intersecting line. Suppose I will draw here line which is not parallel. Suppose these two lines I had drawn here. Okay, I drawn this line till here only. Then you will say that where these two lines are intersect each other. But what is the definition of line? The line's definition is the line intersect each other. We can extend the line in both the sides. There is no limit. So if we extend this line, L line, forward here in this way, okay, and if we extend the line M here, you will notice that it intersect after some interval or after some gap what happens, it intersect each other, and that's why L and M actually it is not looking they are intersecting each other, but these are intersecting line because they meet each other if we extend it. Okay. Then next point is the angles made by transversal. If you see here in this figure inside, here two lines are there. Which two lines are there? PM and RS. And which is the transversal? Yes, the transversal is AN. Okay, the transversal is AN. Why? Because P and Q are two lines and this line is there, that is AT is the line. It intersect PQ and RS at two distinct points, and these points are M and N, and that's why AT is transversal. Okay, AT is a transversal. Now here what is our point? The point is that the angles made by the transversal. If you see here, you will notice that here how many angles are formed. If we draw the if the two lines get intersected by transversal, how many angles are formed? So you will notice here AMP, this angle, AMQ, then QMN, QMN, this is also angle, PMN, this is also angle. How many angles are here? 4. Then M and S, S and T, T and R, and angle R and M means if a line intersects two distinct lines, then it forms total 8 angles it forms. How many angles it forms? 8 angles it forms. Okay, and these angles are afterwards divided into corresponding angles, then interior angles, and the which at last alternate angles inside. So here what is the information given here? Just we will see. In adjoining figure, due to the transversal there are two distinct points of intersection, and which are those 2 points? Point M and point N. At each of these points, 4 angles are formed. Just now I told you how many angles it forms. 8 angles means one line inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total how many angles are formed here? 8 angles are formed by the transversal on 2 lines, and on one line it how many angles it forms? 4. So here it is written that at each of these points, means suppose point M is we are consider, then 4 angles are formed, and which are those 4 angles? Angle AMP. Which are those 4 angles? Angle AMP, angle AMQ, angle QMN, and angle NMP. Okay, these 4 angles form on point M. If we consider the another angle point, that is point N, then M and S, S and T, T and R, and R and T, these 4 angles form if we consider the point N. So 1, 2, 3, 4 at point M, 1, 2, 3, 4 at point N. Totally 8 angles are formed when the two distinct lines are what? Intersected by a transversal. Okay, clear? Then each of these angles has made one arm on the transversal. If you see here, I will draw the angle AMQ. If you see here, one arm. This if we consider this side, this angle AMQ, one arm is the transversal. See, AM is on the transversal. If I will consider angle MNPQ, one arm is on the transversal. Transversal is the AT. If I will consider the point angle MNMP, you will notice that one line arm is on a transversal. And if you consider the PMA angle, here also you will notice that the angles, each angles, one arm is on the transversal. So that is this point. Here has one arm on the transversal and the other is on one of the given line and another is on given line. Just now I've shown you AMQ. If we are taking, one arm is on the, this is the angle has two arms, 1 and 2. This is one arm, this is, and another is this one. So here AMQ has two arms. Which one? MA and MQ. MA is on transversal and MQ is on that line. Which line? Those lines which are parallel. If we consider this angle QMN, one arm is on transversal and another is MQ, which is on the side. Same thing it is decided. One arm PMQ inside, one arm is on transversal means MN and MP is on that line, and another, that is lastly here we are taking P and MA. So if you notice here, the PM is on the line and MA is on that transversal. So in this way, and same thing is it here on point N also. Now these angles are grouped in different pairs of angles, and let us study the pairs. So which are the pairs of angles are there? First, corresponding angles, interior angles, and the alternate angles, and these pairs we are going to study in our tomorrow's lecture. Understand? And today we will stop here only what we are understanding, which are the parallel lines, which is a transversal, which are intersecting lines, and the how many angles are formed when the two lines are intersected by a transversal in two distinct points. Then how many angles are formed and how is the position of that angles on that line at the transversal, that we had seen today. So today we will stop here only, and which angles are found, that we will study in tomorrow's lecture. So today, okay, thank you and have a good day.